Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Listen, go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell like the prompter asked you in the lower right-hand corner, would you? So, man, man. Yesterday was Taco Tuesday, all right? It was Taco Tuesday, and I've said time and time again that the taco trade has worked 100% for me. And the truth be told, I got into it again. Now, I know I was a bit emotional yesterday because of the tone of everything. And I'm just wondering, how did we get to this point where we're threatening to just pretty much wipe out a country, okay? So thank God for the Prime Minister of Pakistan that came in at the 11th hour and asked for a 2-week stay on President Trump's deadline. And he also asked Iran to open up the Straits of Hormuz for 2 weeks. Now, that's just kicking the can down the road, but the market liked it. The market liked it, okay? And so, yes, we called yesterday Taco Tuesday. And then an opening bell, my wife says, well, is that Taco Bell? Badooms. So, all right. So look, the stock market today rallies 1,300 points amid Iran ceasefire. This chip stock breakout. Okay, well, we only go into the chip stock. Okay, let's see what's going on. Now, I have an update from Hexet Pete, and we're going to just play the video and see what he says.
President Trump had the power to cripple Iran's entire economy in minutes, but he chose mercy. He spared those targets because Iran accepted the ceasefire under overwhelming pressure. The new Iranian regime understood that a deal was far better than the fate that awaited them. This new regime just happened to look at what happened to their predecessors. Their top leadership was systematically eliminated. The previous Iranian supreme leader, dead. The Supreme National Security Council secretary, dead. The Supreme Leader Office advisor, dead. The Supreme Leader Military Office chief, dead. The defense minister, no longer with us. The IRGC commander, dead. The Armed Forces General Staff commander, dead. The intelligence minister, dead. The IRGC Navy commander, no longer here. The IRGC intel chief, dead. I skipped over a bunch, and I could go on and on and on, to include the so-called new supreme leader wounded and disfigured. This new regime was out of options and out of time, so they cut a deal. They know this agreement means that they will never, ever possess a nuclear weapon. Under the terms, any nuclear material they should have will be removed. Any material, they should not have will be removed. Right now, their dust is deeply buried and watched 24/7 overhead. The president has been clear from the beginning, there will be no Iranian nuclear weapons. Period. Full stop. Other presidents said it. President Trump did it.
God, give me grace to withstand that dude. Oh, it's finished? I'm sorry. There are some people in this cabinet I think are doing a great job, and there's some people in this cabinet that causes me to pray, because, that one right there, it says, all right, guys, listen, I'm just keeping it real. NASDAQ, look, this is the day, up 597 points at close. Look at that. S&P 166 points, 2% and 2.7%. I mean, the NASDAQ was up as much as 800 points at the beginning, see? And then we just kind of cooled off, tried to ramp back up. There was some news that came around here, ramped back up, and then cooled off. We expected this today because most of the move was in the pre-markets. So last night the move started, and then we continued on with the pre-markets. Guys, These are some of the ones that I was just adding, 100 a day. I started off 100 a day, and then I broke it down to $50 a day. And here is where I sold. I just sold right there to the airlines and cruise lines. I just sold, just to let you guys know, of course. I let everybody in Money Moves know first. That's where I sold off because I'm not trusting anything ramping back up. Now, you may say, Larry, I want to hold mines longer because oil will eventually come down. That's absolutely fine. I just wanted to get off of the roller coaster ride with some of these plays. And then I have some of these in other portfolios. So I still got some Norwegian. And I just decided to get off of the ride, guys. All right, so let's look at this. We got VUG, QQQ, and FundStrat. These are some of the ETFs that I have. And you could see that when ETFs are up this much in a day, that's a good day, 2.62%. Invesco QQQ almost 3% for the day. And FundStrat, ticker symbol GRNY, is up 2.77% for the day. And we were buying those when they were low. I think Applied Digital had earnings that came out. So it went up 10.37%. Haven't been talking about that. That wasn't one of the plays that just came over the wire while we were filming here. Okay, so this is what I want to show you guys. So this was my options, right? This was the options this morning. It started popping. It started jumping. And I just want to let you guys know that we have people in Money Moves and we'll look into Money Moves in a second. We have people in Money Moves that are making money, but we also have some people that are just doing options. And I think that's a big mistake. I think that if you're doing options, you could get rich, but you won't get wealthy. Wealthy people are not doing options. Wealthy people are investing in long-term stocks, okay? So now, that's not all that I won for the day, but for the day, I'm sorry, this is all I won for the day, but it's not all that I've won because you keep winning in options. Of course, your wins and losses, you got to even that out. But this was today pop up. Well, I just want to show you guys that this was one of my portfolios. I showed this to Money Moves. Now, that's a 2% move, but look at what's happening with that because that is what? Long-term continual buying, ETFs, Mag 7, blue chip, right? And then some risk in there. And when you start having days like this, that's when it all makes sense, good people. And this is not saying, oh, Larry, look, I'm trying to encourage you, just like I encourage people in Money Moves. I charge you to consider every single time you get paid to contribute to your long-term investments, your long-term positions. That's what I want you to do. Everybody that follows me, I want you to do that. I also want you to consider when I show you these levels, when I show you that I'm buying, and when others are fearful, we start buying. I'm not saying just blindly follow me. No, you got to do your own due diligence. You're responsible for your money. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. Yes, there's risk. There's risk for you getting, you got more of a risk driving to the airport than when you get to the airport. Just think about that. They stick you in a tube and thrust you through the air and you go 1,000 miles and you got more risk getting to the airport. There's risk in you walking out of your front door. Why not risk you becoming wealthy by being consistent and compounding interest, which is the eighth wonder of the world? Okay, so now let's check this out. This is the SPY, right? It's the same thing as the S&P 500 for those of you that are new. On yesterday, here, this jump right here is when the Prime Minister of Pakistan suggested the 2-week stay, right? And just before closing bell, you see we had, I'm on a 10-minute, a big green candle. What happened? We started floating up we actually started drifting up on that news. Is it possible? Is it possible? But what happened right here? Here is where the White House said that the president is considering this. And here's where the president says, yes, I will take that deal. And the market in the after hours made the biggest move, right? And then we traded sideways. So that's what happened on the SPY, guys. And these are levels. Forget all of that noise over there. These are levels with money moves that we made money today. All right. We had some winners, but then we had a couple of people that did not win. And so tomorrow morning in Money Moves, I'm going to deal with the people that's been losing in options. We want to isolate why you've been losing, and we want to stop the losses and cause those to go into wins. Guys, come join us and click the top link below. You may see a link here. Come join us in Money Moves. I'm going to teach you what you need to make money with options in from a beginner standpoint. And then I'm literally going to give you the charts. I'm going to give you the levels. And then I'm going to call out the calls and the puts. Just that simple, and lead you to the money. Okay? That's Money Moves, right? So now we need to see what's going to happen over this next 2 weeks. The market is showing you that it wants to be green. The market is showing you that it wants to continue to go up. Okay? What are you going to do? I want you to be honest and let me know. Did you leave money on the table? Did you not buy anything at all, even during this dip, because you thought it was going to be deeper? I'm not here to tell you I told you so. I'm here to help show you a better way of making long-term money. And is it over? No, it's just extended for 2 weeks. But the market right now is showing you what it wants to do. So change everything you're doing if you have been consistently losing. Change it. Do the polar opposite and watch what happens. Come join us and we will help you make money. Live, love, laugh, and learn.